the biggest way that I failed, found, and fixed my teams relates to a loss in my life, which is really a loss of shared vision. No shared vision. Number one is no shared vision. We're talking about a team here. This is not you being your best self. This is we being our best selves together. Whether it's we as a team, or whether it's we as romantic relationship partners, or whether it's we as a family, or whether it's we as my customers and I, my clients and I, whatever that we is, we need to have the same vision, right? With my team, the vision of the team is we are putting all of our goals together and we're going to get them. That's how it works. It's a combination. What I would share with you, it's sales and support. People who are out getting more customers, clients, or building the organization, or supporting the people, the organization, the internal customers, clients. And we all have to have the one vision toward what that goal looks like. And if we don't have that shared vision, if we're not talking about it, reflecting on it, and coming together and discussing it, and moving in the right path, whether that's in the business world or whether that's in our relationship, we're not going to get where we want to go. It's just the way it is, right? Got to have a shared vision. Now, how do you do that? It's collaborative visioning. Collaborative visioning. Now, again, I would say that there are two roles to a team: sales and support, because sales leads to service and support leads to quality. If you really are doing a great job at connecting with your client or your customer, which is what we call sales, you are selling. And if you're inside an organization, then you're selling your internal customers. Your sales role really relates to, hey, how can I help you do your job, salesperson, marketing person? Then if you have great sales, if you have a great sales mindset, service takes care of itself. Same with support and quality. If you're giving someone great support, guys, if you're great, give me a thumbs up. If you really support your partner in life, or if you really support your children, or you really support someone in your life that you care about, is the quality there? Yes or yes? Give me a thumbs up. It's there, right? So you don't have to focus on quality. You focus on providing great support. That's your role. This is the team change tool. I would take you through these questions. Question number one: how did the last quarter or year change what we want for our team? And again, whether you're talking about your team in your work life or your team in your personal life, how did the last quarter or the last year change what we want for the team? And you can pick personal, you can pick business. How did it change what we want? Hey, last year was a great year. If last year was a great year for your business, awesome. Then how do we replicate that? Or if it wasn't a great year, then how did it change? Well, we got to do something different. Okay. Question number two: what's the one thing we will do in sales and support this quarter that will matter 1 year from now, 2 years from now, and 5 years from now? These are two answers: sales, support. Now, if you're talking about the personal side, what's sales? Sales is conversation and questioning. It's connection. It's where are we going? And support is the doing. What do we want to do? What do we want for this year? What do we want for our lives this year? Or if I say, hey team, what do we want? What do we want to achieve this year? That's sales. Support is, what are we doing? Hey, what's the one thing that's going to matter this year as it relates to getting that? What are we going to do? Are we going to have a date night on the personal side? Or are we going to have coaching sessions? Or are we going to, with the customer client, am I going to have a client appreciation event? What's the one thing that's going to matter this quarter 1 year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now? Then the next question, what's the one biggest change we're going to make in sales and support? So sales, support. In sales, I'm going to do this. In support, I'm going to do that. What's important about making the change right now? So what's your right now energy? What do you need right now to make this happen? So what do you need to do right now in sales? What's important about making that change right now? What's important about it right now? If it's not the most, if it's not a right now thing, then it's not your one thing. That's why that's really important. So what's important about making the change right now will give you a clue. What will it cost if you don't make the change? Well, you won't have the business, you won't have this, you won't have that. What excites you about making the change? You have to know what it's going to cost you if you don't. If you're stalling, because many of us will stall, if you're stalling, then a lot of it's because you're not appreciating both the cost if you don't take the action and what excites you if you do take the action. So get really clear on that. Get really, really clear on that. And then finally, again, what's the one thing we need to do right now? This is the question for your team. What's the one thing we need to do right now to make each of these changes? What's the one thing? What's the next step?